Hello everyone, it's Patricia. Welcome to my channel. Today is Tester Tuesday. It's my favorite day of the week because I get to discuss 2 scents with you guys that you have collectively voted on. So if you're new, basically stick around because at the end of the video I draw 6 scents and you can vote for your 2 favorites that you would like me to warm, and I tally all the votes and then we warm the 2 that are in top place. So this week we had a lot of votes. In top place we have a baby blue wax. I happen to have a bar, it's Atlantic Air, and it had 30% of the vote. And in second place, a dark purple wax with 24% of the vote, Blackberry Orange Marmalade. Now, the voting order went Atlantic Air, Blackberry Orange Marmalade, Wild Watermelon, it almost made it, it just missed for you Wild Watermelon fans, Sweet Cucumber, and then at the very bottom with barely any votes, tied for last, we had Pineapple Pucker and Gleeful Grape. So let's start this week. We're going to start by talking about Atlantic Air. Now this is a retired scent. Both scents are retired this week, so we're going to kind of work a little bit quickly because you can't access these. We don't need to talk forever and ever. This came out in spring and summer of 2017. It was available for 3 catalogs. It recently retired August 31st of this year. And let me read you the scent notes for Atlantic Air. It's a refined veil of ocean mist, sea salt, and white orchid. Now when they brought this out, they moved it to the darling and dashing category. So I would say it's definitely more darling than dashing because of that white orchid. So on cold, I would say it's about a medium intensity, maybe just shy. And I definitely pick up a lot of that ocean spray, that misty kind of note, aquatic vibe. I don't get a lot of sea salt, but I definitely get the floral of the white orchid. Now, I typically do not like sea salt scents or salty sea air scents. I really don't like them, but this one I really, really like. Fragrance appeal on cold and warm is about 8 out of 10 for me with Atlantic Air. I decided to split it up in 2 locations. I put some in my son's room, which is a big challenging area, so I thought that would be a good test. And I had it lasting there for 38 hours spread over 3 days with a strength and throw about 7.5 out of 10. Did fairly well. You'd walk into the room, it would be like a burst of fresh, clean, aquatic vibe with that little bit of floral. I would say maybe a third floral characteristic. So a slight perfuminess from that floral, and that's what gives it the feminine twist. And I think that's why I tolerate it a little bit better than some of the more masculine salty sea air scents. Now with the spare testers, because I did have a lot of testers of Atlantic Air, I put some in my mudroom laundry room, and the strength and throw there was slightly lower, about 7 out of 10, and it lasted 30 hours spread out over 3 days. Now, some people have had problems getting a good scent throw from Atlantic Air. Personally, I've had no luck. I've had no issues. I've had great luck with this scent. So I think it might be one of those scents that you have to try it in your own home to see what you think. Now, the only other thing I want to say is my daughter smelled the tester and she didn't really like it, but she loves this scent on warm. She never made the connection they're the same scent. So it probably does have a slight difference from cold to warm. So just be aware of that. Definitely always try out your scents before you make judgment. And just to summarize with Atlantic Air, I'm going to say it's SCW for me, and that means Scentsy Club worthy. And I have put it in my Scentsy Club, so that's why I have a full bar. And I'll be getting another full bar, I think in February if it comes on time. Okay, scent number 2. Look at that purple. It's beautiful. Blackberry Orange Marmalade. And sometimes I say marmalade, and sometimes I say marmalade. I have no idea why I do that. If anyone else does that, please let me know. Okay, this one is also retired. It came out, I think, in fall and winter of 2016. I'm not sure on that. And then it retired in fall and winter of 2017. So this is a fall and winter seasonal scent. And on cold, it's pretty strong. Fairly strong, I would say. On cold, I get a lot of sweet, tart blackberry. But let me read you the scent description. It's described as orange marmalade and blackberry jam over sugar crystals. So orange marmalade leads the scent description, but for me, I definitely get a lot more blackberry than orange. I would get maybe 2/3 blackberry and a little bit of orange. It's a sweet tart blackberry And also orange marmalade is tart, so you're also getting that tartness of the orange. The sugar crystals, I believe, are there to kind of give you a little bit more sweetness so that it's not so tart. But this does not have any spice. This does not have a perfumey characteristic as some blackberry scents do. Basically, it's a sweet tart blackberry with a little bit of orange in the background. That's what I get. Strength and throw is about 8 out of 10 down in my open concept space. And also fragrance appeal, cold and warm, is about 8 out of 10. So with this one, I didn't quite have enough testers. So basically what I did was I put some wax I divvied up into 2 of my 3 warmers, the testers. And then I used my own cubes for the third warmer. I used 1.5 cubes up here. These top cubes are smaller than these bottom cubes. I weighed them, and yes, they definitely don't weigh as much, so just keep that in mind when you're loading up your warmers. But the weird thing happened. So basically, I was really enjoying the scent. Like I said, I would say the appeal for me is about 8 out of 10. Then after around 8 hours or so, I found the scent was very, very low. And I thought, well, that's weird. So I went up to the warmers. The 2 warmers with the testers the scent seemed almost completely gone. Now on the flip side, the one with the wax from this bar was still ticking along fairly well. So I'm not really sure why that was. So I cheated and I took 3/4 of a cube and added it to each of the bad warmers. So I used up another 1.5 cubes just to bump the scent up. After I did that, after I cheated, it lasted almost 29 hours spread out over 2 days in total. So yeah, I don't know if this is one that, to me, it's like a 2-level scent. Starts off and then goes down low. So if you're someone that loves intense scents and you change your wax out frequently, you would do great with this. If you're someone that likes intense scents and wants them to stay that way, I'm not sure if you would like this. It definitely does have a lower level that it kind of ticks along at, so just something to keep in mind. And I think that's pretty much it. I think what I did was I took another cube. Right now I have it warming with apple butter frosting in my bonus room. So at the end of the month, you can check back with my empties. I'm going to finish this bar off, check back, and see how it did with a bakery note, because I think it might be interesting to add either sugar cookie or, like I did, apple butter frosting. I don't really want to add vanilla bean buttercream, but it's not my favorite mixer. But anyway, let's see how it does at the end of the month. So in summary, love Atlantic Air. It's definitely a Patricia scent. Probably a scent that has mixed reviews from the public, and maybe that's why it didn't stick around, but you either love it or you don't find it works well for you in your home. This one I haven't heard a lot about from people, so I'm not really sure, but the sad thing is Scentsy doesn't have a lot of sweet tart scents right now. It doesn't have any spice, and it's very basic scent, no perfumey notes to it, so we are kind of missing that a little bit in our current catalog. But anyway, let's draw from the box. If you're new to my channel, I'm going to draw 6 scents altogether. I'm going to draw 5 from this box and 1 from my Bring Back My Bar bag. And you vote for the 2 scents that you want me to review, and I tally the votes. Now, I also will accept votes on my Instagram, which I will put down here. And sometimes I even get Facebook Messenger votes and even texts. So I add up everything, and I always acknowledge your vote with a heart so that you know I've tallied your vote. Make sure you vote on Tuesday because it's too late to vote on Wednesday. I've already started warming. Okay, scent number 1, a mystery bag. This is a big guy. I'm trying to make my videos a little faster because no one wants to hear me ramble on and on. Okay, so scent number 1 is Satin Sheets. Scent number 2, Painted Leaves. Scent number 3, another mystery bag. My goodness. Christmas Cottage. Scent number 4 and 5. I've grabbed 2 here. Scent number 4, Aloe Water and Cucumber. Scent number 5, Forest Wildflowers. And from my Bringing Back My Bar collection, there's not a whole lot in here, but we will go for Apple S'mores. So we have Satin Sheets, Painted Leaves, Christmas Cottage, Aloe Water and Cucumber, Forest Wildflowers, and Apple S'mores. 2 votes each. I'll check back Wednesday. Thanks for spending the last 10 minutes with me. Nice and concise, hopefully. I'd like to wish you a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.